IVM.
Now, I know the fan garage seems like a place which my mother fears I'll spend the rest of my adult life in, but fortunately for her, it's actually a great podcast on sports. Something else she wishes I chose instead of being a nerd. Get your daily news on all the action going on in Indian football on iTunes, Stitcher, or even the IVM Podcast app.
Hello and welcome to the Geek Fruit Bulletin, where we talk about news, not news, and anything we want, really.
Yeah, this is absolutely true.
Yeah. So, this week we want to talk about news from a little while ago, or like news that has...
Oh, well, it doesn't have any long-standing effect. I mean, it's in the future, at least. For me, like, the stuff that I've pulled out has, we're only going to see there's some announcements, shall I say.
Right. A lot of what we talk about on the show is announcements.
Just announcements.
Right. So, speaking of announcements... there was this business about Suicide Squad that came out. Basically,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, please
I
do
know,
tell.
Right? You've seen the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey thingy, right?
The last thing I saw about it was that she put out an Instagram post.
Yes, which was the title page of the script.
Correct.
And it says Birds of Prey. Yes.
And she's drawn a few little doodles on it, made it very Harley.
You think she did? I believe it's a very canny PR move by Warner Bros. To put out the full title of the movie.
That's cool. What's the name of the movie?
Birds of Prey, Birds of Prey, open parentheses.
Oh, okay.
And the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Is that the real name?
I believe that
is that the new colon? Parentheses?
Yes. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's like a Birdman reference. You remember how Birdman had a parenthetical title?
It didn't have a parenthetical.
It did. It was like Birdman and the Unbearable Lightness of Being or something like that.
No, it's and Death is Honest and Honest Friends. No, that's Coldplay, right?
Yeah.
No, it was and the Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance.
Correct. Yes. The Unexpected Importance of Being Honest. And other such things.
Correct.
But yeah, I believe it's a reference to that.
I'm surprised. That was in brackets? Mm-hmm. So brackets has been done. It's just back in vogue now, is it?
Yeah, apparently. I suppose it's Birds of Prey and Birdman, so that's what they're going for.
Oh, really?
Yes. You remember how there was supposed to be a Harley Quinn movie and then a Birds of Prey movie?
Now they've decided that both of them weren't up to the mark and they just mashed them together.
They mashed them into like, hey, let's take two half-baked movies and make one full-baked movie. That's how maths works.
One full half-baked movie?
One full half-baked movie. One Warner brother said to the other Warner brother.
Yeah, correct.
Jacko and Wacko.
And there's a Warner sister as well.
Dot.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Good music too.
Yes, excellent music.
Right. So about Suicide Squad, which is where I started this.
Correct, yes. Almost we could have talked about when there's no news.
So apparently, David Ayer had a script at one point.
He's directing?
No, this is the old one.
Correct.
The one that already came out, the playlist movie thing.
Right.
Suicide Squad.
Playlist movie.
Yes, so apparently images came out of Suicide Squad's concept art, which included Darkseid and Apocalypse and stuff. And apparently they were all part of the movie until they decided they would be introduced in Justice League.
So that's when they had a fully half-baked movie and then decided to make two out of it.
They're saying Justice League was so bad, it's also responsible for Suicide Squad's badness.
In like retrospect, yes.
In retrospect.
Yes.
How? A movie so powerful, it dragged every other movie down with it.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Sank.
Cool. So is that the news then?
That's the news.
All right.
I mean, there's more. There's like quotes from him and there's pictures and stuff, but look that up. Whatever.
All right, I'm going to light a little fire in the hearts of everyone to make life good again. Netflix to adapt Roald Dahl's stories, including Matilda and the BFG. I think they're making it animated stories.
Okay, first of all, this has happened before.
Well, yeah.
There's a Matilda and there's a BFG.
But they aren't animated movies. Those were live action films that were released publicly.
Steven Spielberg
directed with Michael Rylance.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was the second BFG. There's also the original
Which
2D
is an animated
BFG. Oh, no, wait. That was live action.
You're confusing Quentin Blake's amazing illustrations to have created a world of an animation in your mind.
No, man.
When reading it as a child.
There was on Channel 33.
Oh, God.
All the time.
Don't do this
movie called BFG would play.
Are you sure?
Yeah, about the BFG.
But it was
Stephen King's
was animated?
Steven Spielberg's was a remake.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was animated or not, but I do remember seeing that first before reading the book.
How about this though? A full animated series. So I don't know if it's every...
of course it's a series because it's Netflix.
Yeah, but is it going to be Roald Dahl, the Netflix original series featuring episode 1 Matilda, episode 2 BFG, or is it going to be Matilda, the animated series, episode 1, the Trunchbull?
I expect it'll be that. Because the Matilda story is good enough for a 10-episode series.
It's actually a very successful West End show as well.
Matilda, correct.
Yes, it's doing quite well, where they do magic on stage. Something that no one told Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. But yes.
Well, no, but apparently Harry Potter and the Cursed Child also has amazing magic.
So they did it first. Matilda did it first.
It's longer running.
I think so, yeah.
That original movie, I've never been the biggest fan.
It was okay.
It's fine, but it's weirdly disgusting. You know what I mean?
It is. But you know
it's
what?
It's one of those gross-out kind of movies.
Are kind of wicked.
It's true. They're very gross.
Let me put it this way.
There's a lot of people sticking fingers in noses and stuff.
Exactly.
The Nickelodeon of children's literature.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, this is true. But for anybody who's read The Twits or The Witches or any of that, it's almost like Roald Dahl was actually a very serious. He could have been a Stephen King of his own right. You know, in many ways he is. If you read
He had his adult fiction as well.
Yeah, all those books.
Which I checked out of the library once as a young child and scarred me forever.
Dude, it's amazing. Those books are really good. It's almost like he was meant to do that, and then he had to distill that into children's books.
I think so. His adult stuff is pretty filthy.
Yeah, it's quite wicked. That's what I'll say. It's very twisted, kind of.
Very twisted.
Like dark humor, almost dark comedy. But yeah. Anyway, so here we go. Felicity Dahl, the author's widow, says it was an incredible, exciting new chapter for the Roald Dahl Story Company. Roald would, I know, be thrilled. And thus we end.
I'm amazed his widow is still alive. He was 90-something when he died.
He died in the 90s.
Correct.
Yes.
Wow.
Married
the Dahls have some longevity, eh?
Yeah, it's like Malayali women. They are much older than the men.
Right.
In terms of when they, longevity, lifetime expectancy.
Whatever, I'm not touching this one.
Yeah. As the sole Malayali here, I will just, even I'll refrain from comments. But yeah, man, so that's a thing. There's some other Netflix adaptations happening which people are just like, no, thank you, like Cowboy Bebop. The next in line of many popular anime series to be adapted.
They'll do a whitewashed-ish version, basically, right?
Yeah, potentially.
Version for the West.
Basically, nobody wants these live-action things, and they're doing
Nobody does. Death Note, which is an amazing anime series, apparently. I watched the English adaptation
and even with the power of Willem Dafoe. Was that good?
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. We did an episode of it on this very podcast. And you're yet
to see 2.0 and all these movies.
Oh, 2.0 we will watch, Tejas. We will watch 2.0.
Oh,
we'll watch
I'm very
1
scared.
and then we'll watch 2.0.
Okay.
Can you imagine a sequel so powerful, it doesn't even need to mention the name. It's just like, second one.
Because it might be... it's almost like it doesn't even matter that the original one happened.
Oh, it does, because...
Oh, you're telling me there's going to be a lot of carryover baggage from the first one? No!
Of course there is.
I disagree.
There's just a new villain. Chitti and Dr. Vasigran's story continues.
You've not seen this movie.
Yeah, but I read the summary.
Summary.
Oh, I didn't go into Wikipedia. No spoilers yet.
Alright. So, by the time people hear this episode, 2.0 will be out, you're saying?
By the time people hear this episode, we might have seen 2.0.
Oh my god, this is a movie so powerful that
2.0, by the time people hear this episode, would have been out a couple of weeks ago, in fact. It's the biggest release ever in India. Are you aware of this?
What is that? What's the definition of that?
It's releasing across the most number of screens, yes. Cool. Guess who's 2?
Thugs of Hindostan.
Bahubali Part 2.
Damn it. Bahubali has some respect from me.
Thugs of Hindustan, by the way, which
does not have any.
It has zero respect. We meant to talk about it on our full episode, but I couldn't convince any of you guys to watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it.
You saw it. I know.
I saw it in theaters.
I would have come with you because unlike 2.0, it looked like it had potential. 2.0, you look at the graphics, you look at everything, and just like, what is happening here? And yeah. But Thugs of Hindustan, it looked like the art, like some time was spent on the art direction. I know it's a complete blatant rip-off of the Pirate series, but
it's not, that's the one thing I'll say in its defense.
Every time I say this, somebody's telling me that.
I believe the trailer did it great disservice by cutting it exactly like a Pirates movie. It's not really very Pirates-based at all. They're on a ship for 5 minutes of the entire thing.
What?
Yeah.
Why is the main poster a 3D poster of them on a ship?
They just messed it up by trying to make it first of all, Amir Khan's look is very Jack Sparrowish. I think that's part of the problem.
I believe
and they kept them on ships. It's Sparrowy. But yes, it's not very Pirates-like. And apparently it's based on a book.
Is it by Amish Tripathi? Then I'm not interested. All right.
Valley of Thugs, no. But yeah, it's a pretty terrible movie.
Okay.
Whatever criticism you've heard,
Once
it's
again,
justified.
what is this book that we've never heard of?
I don't know, it's some kind of book. I think it's loosely based on
Why
it.
are they adapting books that nobody likes?
It's a very weird
Maybe I
story
don't know
with a
the
lot
story.
of plot holes and just really poorly done. I see what they were going for. I feel like they could have done a really fun family adventure kind of thing.
Like a Jaga Jasoos.
Kind of, but it falls apart.
Was this
really,
a Disney
really
film?
quickly.
No, right?
No.
Or Disney stopped making films in India, is it?
I don't know whether
Apart
they've
from like
stopped
translating like...
Avengers into Hindi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still a thing, but I haven't seen Disney make anything of late.
Alright.
UTV Disney is not a thing anymore, right?
Fair enough.
But yeah, don't watch this. Man, the one thing that annoyed me about Thugs of Hindostan, there's this one eagle falcon type thing that accompanies... Yeah, whatever it is. It accompanies Amitabh Bachchan everywhere.
Okay.
And then he maybe dies, I don't know. No
Okay.
spoilers.
Alright.
And it starts following Amir Khan. And the entire time, they have just one sound effect for the eagle.
Let me get... It's like a...
Exactly.
Something with reverb.
It's like if I typed eagle sound effect onto YouTube, the first thing that came, the guy downloaded it. Like he downloaded like a YouTube downloader version of it.
.mp3 version.
Like 64 kbps and put it onto the master soundtrack.
On a 240p.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like Amir Khan will be saying something, the eagle is like 50 feet away, and you'll hear like a right in your face.
Oh god.
In a movie with many flaws, this was the one that annoyed me most.
This the bitrate of the sample they used. All right.
Yeah. And just one sample. The eagle is a character, by the way. He has emotions. At one point, he leads Amir Khan towards the British who are invading early in the morning.
Okay.
He goes and like talks to Amir Khan essentially. Like Amir Khan is giving this whole speech about how he's running away from the refugee camp or whatever. No, the hideout.
I feel
These
like
guys are in-
Dinkar's long-standing vent for this movie is coming out
Look,
through this episode.
Amir Khan is with the rebels. He's running away early in the morning. He's a deserter.
Okay.
On the way out, he comes across this eagle. Okay. He looks at the eagle and feels guilty because the eagle is symbolic of the possibly dead Amitabh Bachchan.
Okay.
So he starts talking to the eagle. So first of all, the eagle just goes like, "Ah," and Amir Khan goes like, "Yeah, I know, I'm deserting, I'm sorry, but try and understand, there's a lot of pressure on me." Eagle's like, "Ah." And he's like, no, you don't get it. I can't live up to Amitabh Bachchan. And the eagle's like, "Ah." And he's like, "What? What's that, boy?" Then he follows the eagle, who keeps going like, "Ah,"
Yes.
and then goes to the shore where he sees that British ships are coming in, and he's like, "Oh shit, I better warn everyone else." And the eagle's like, "Ah," and he runs off.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like notes on a scene.
Notes on the scene.
All right. I think this is surely where we end this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, tell us what you think about all these updates. Netflix. There's a Mowgli movie coming out. Hopefully by the time we'll be doing a full episode on that one. Yeah. All right.
Advertising is dead. Yep, you heard me right. Advertising is dead. We're all in the content business now. Let's not call it news, TV, radio, etc., etc. It's all content, and we're in the middle of this weirdly exciting phase where all the borders and lines that have been drawn over decades has been swept away by this lovely thing called the internet. We're a show where we don't dwell on just the stuff that is now, but rather the wider stuff about advertising, media, content, and the whole goddamn circus surrounding it. Tune in every Tuesday for our weekly unboxing of the mystery box we used to call advertising. I'm Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch, and this is my new podcast, Advertising is Dead.
Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta. I'm B50 on Twitter. I am the host of Paisa Vaisa, a show that talks money. On my show, I speak to experts from every field of money and finance, from stock markets, equities, debt funds, credit cards, life insurance, every possible area of money and finance that you can think of. We even did an episode on cryptocurrency. I've got fantastic guests from mutual funds to personal finance experts everywhere. Robo-advisory, startups, just name it, we've got it. At Paisa Vaisa, we help you make smart decisions about money. You work hard for money. Now make your money work hard for you. New episodes out every Monday, and you can listen to my show on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you have.